I'm going to sow some peas in a bit of gutter. I'm just going to sow, this is about 4 foot long, this bit of gutter, so I'm just going to sow one for now and then probably another one maybe in a fortnight, just in case it's a bit on the early side, but it's weather permitting. So nothing really fancy about it. Multi-purpose compost. This is just that B&Q stuff. I know a lot of people have gone off it, you know, and it isn't as good as what it used to be, and it isn't as cheap as it used to be either. But I bought some back end of last year, so I might as well use it up. But yeah, it's generally any multi-purpose compost will do. Doesn't need to be seed compost for peas. You know, but if you only got seed compost, it'll do. This compost is pretty dry. It's been in the polytunnel all winter. Just sort of kind of about semi-level. A few big lumps in here. This compost seems a lot lumpier than it used to be. There's been a few people favouring the wick stuff, you know, which no doubt I shall get around to trying. One compost I don't really seem to rate is the John Innes. I don't know why people go on about it, but I just don't seem to rate it. Well, not the seed compost, it seems like it gets too compacted. It's like a big mud pie. You know, so I like something with a bit of fibrous in it. I mean, that Jack's Magic's not too bad. I mean, that's quite loamy. Well, last time I checked it was anyway. But I think it's just a demand that you don't leave it long enough to compost down. The idea is he's trying to get plenty of compost in. In the end, you're going to slightly press at an angle. I used to actually just get some soil out of the garden, just a bit wet, and just because it used to be quite clayey, just plug the ends up with that. I mean, if you've got stop ends for a gutter, then great. I mean, a good type of gutter to use if you haven't got any and you're going to buy some is try and get some deep flow gutter. It's a lot deeper than this standard gutter. You'll probably you can stay in it a lot longer. There's a lot more room for roots. So basically, just filled that up. Now I'm going to find me peas. I'll put some in a jar with some water. It's been in there for about half an hour. I mean, sometimes I'll soak them for a couple of hours, but I don't know. You don't really have to soak them at all, to be honest. Just get rid of some of the water out of here for now. And you could just scatter them about if you want, but some people like this 5 of a dice thing, so I may as well do that. It's a bit of a faff. Just doing them, you know, a couple of inches apart. Around about that anyway. Sometimes you can sow your peas, you know, quite densely, and it can cause some sort of problems because it doesn't get good airflow, you know, because it's quite damp anyway. Cause you problems. Chances are they won't all fire, because these are seeds. These are my own seeds from some pods I saved from last year. Hurst green chaff these are. I usually sow them a bit later, but I thought I'll do a row maybe for in the garden, because I do like to try and sow them direct if I can, and net them, because the old birds like them and the mice do as well. So I do the outside rows, and then I'll come along and do the one in the middle. So there's nothing majorly fancy about it. You know, there's going to be any frost, just be aware that peas don't really like frost. So all I'm going to do with them is push them down about twice the depth of what the pea is really. You know, I suppose like fingernail depth. $15mm new money, ½ inch old money. I mean, it is supposed to be more beneficial if you collect your own seed, because it gets used to your growing conditions, supposedly. I can understand the theory in that, you know, it gets used to your soil type and whatnot. So there, all nicely down. You can sow them in pots or cell trays, the 40 cell trays, and do them in them. Just going to get a bit of compost now and just cover them up. Nothing spectacular. Oh God, chunks of wood in that. Just to make sure everything's, all the little holes are filled in. I like the excess off the end, and I can scoop it up afterwards. And you can water it in the watering can. I've got this bottle, so give it a good old drink. Not too much, because peas can be a bit on the problem side for rotting, and they get a bit wet and cold. Obviously them peas need a bit of a drink because they've got to swell. This is why people do pre-soak, it helps them swell, taking that initial bit of water. I have found it to get less problem with the mice if you do soak them. Don't seem to be a vulnerable little seed quite as long. They tend to dump the roots out a bit quicker. So I'll just leave them to drain off 10-15 minutes, so I'll go and put them in the greenhouse down the bottom. So that's peas done. Right, take care, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.